But where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Pakistan, sir.
From Pakistan?
Yes.
And how did you get my number?
I was searching for somebody who could answer these questions for me, so your name popped up, so I called you.
Well, improving your English requires you to go to, yes, for a training.
So, do you think online courses can be helpful?
Yeah, it's possible, yes.
Okay. So, by the way, according to you, is in your experience, is learning English difficult for the students?
Well, it depends on each student's goal and the learning conditions.
Right. So, for example, if a student has weak English grammar, so do you think that learning grammar is important as well as the English fluency?
Well, English grammar is integrated to the English fluency. You cannot speak English without mastering the grammar itself. But just for communication purpose, grammar is not that important for communication purpose. If you can achieve the communication properly, there's no problem. But in an academic environment, then grammar is very important because what you're writing must be, clean in terms of grammar, in terms of syntax.
So, in your experience, how long does a student take to speak English fluently?
If you, let's say, devote all your time to learning English, at least uh, three 3 months. 3 months could be, let's say, the recommended period. If you don't do any other activity than, let's say, devoting yourself to learning English.
Right. So, what is the best method or way to learn English?
The best,
Method.
I don't catch the word properly.
So, what is the best way to learn English?
The best way is to, let's say, have all the recommended tools because we need books. We need practice. You get to, let's say, practice the listening every time and regularly. This is very important because you can only repeat what you hear. If you don't practice listening, it will be difficult for you to
Right.
repeat
So do
and
you
to
think, sir,
learn.
age is also one of the factors that matter in learning English? The age can be a factor.
Learning is crucial.
Right, right.
Learning
So,
is crucial.
right. So, sir, how do you differentiate between learning English as a mother tongue and learning English as a second language?
Learning English as a mother tongue and as a second language. You want to know the difference?
Yes, sir.
Well, uh, as a mother tongue, your language is not based on, let's say, on the rules. It it takes into account your natural environments, the place where you live, the people you communicate with. But as a mother tongue, this is, let's say, as a second language, this is at school. And there, everything begins by grammar. at school.
And sir, what is the difference between written and spoken English?
Could you repeat, please?
What is the difference between written and spoken English?
The difference between returns,
And spoken English.
written English and spoken English.
Right.
Spoken English is more flexible. It's more flexible, but the written must obey the grammar rules. It must take into account the structure of the sentences. But the spoken is more flexible. You don't need to really apply all the grammar rules to to achieve meaning.
And sir, what is the best way for a teacher to teach English?
Well, the best way, first of all, you need to have a good level. But by the way, I don't know the person I'm speaking to. I can see you, yes, but I don't know the person I'm speaking to you. And I don't know the purpose why are you asking all these questions?
Actually, these questions are meant for the students so that they could actually learn and get in knowledge about improving their English from you.
From me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Pelle.
Yes. So, sir, my next question is, do you
Yes.
think learning grammar is more important or learning vocabulary is more important?
Well, you need vocabulary to achieve meaning. I would say vocabulary is more important than grammar, but it doesn't mean that grammar is not important. Vocabulary, if you have the words, the appropriate word, then you can achieve meaning. If not, you cannot express yourself fluently. Many students, let's say, have problems in speaking because they have poor vocabulary.
Right. So, sir, some students speak perfect English, but yet they are struggling badly with reading and writing assignments. Why is this?
Some students,
Some students speak perfect English, but yet they struggle with reading and writing assignments. Why is this?
it's because, let's say, uh, maybe they live in an English-speaking community. So exchanging with other people, speaking with other people is an advantage for them. But when it comes for them to write, this is another situation, it's another context. So they cannot, let's say, write correct English if they don't really master the grammar, if they don't really know the sentence structure, because you need to master the sentence structures to write correct English. This is very important. It's all the same for the reading.
Right. So, sir, how can a student learn new words quickly?
Well, it depends on the original level. The first thing, as like I said, is to practice listening. By practicing listening, they can hear new words and write them down. Then after, use a dictionary, okay, to check the meaning of the new words. And by doing so regularly, they can increase their vocabulary. This is the best way. Practice the listening and taking notes. but they can also read. It depends on the kind of, let's say, book they can read. Sometimes we have, let's say, short stories, very short story, because you have many short stories for academic purpose. Students can read them and take notes, okay? By reading, they will come across many new words and know how to go through this stage.
Sir, how can a student improve his English writing?
They need a coaching anyway. They cannot do it by themselves alone. As far as because it depends on that we have different kind of writing. If you want to become a journalist, your writing won't be like that of, let's say, a simple teacher, or if you want to be, I don't know, a lecturer, it will be in another situation. So it depends on the purpose. We have different kinds of writing. We have descriptive writing, we have persuasive writing, we have, what do you call it? Let's say, we have narrative telling stories. Persuasive, when you want to convince people about a specific topic, this is persuasive. If you want to present information about, let's say, an idea, this is descriptive. So it depends on the kind of writing, and this, you must learn it. You cannot just start writing like this.
Right. Sir, my second last question is, how can a student overcome his fear of English, speaking English?
Yeah, generally, the picture I use is that of, okay, swimmers. You cannot swim by being out of the swimming pool. You need to be inside. And you need to overcome, let's say, the fear of mistakes. Mistakes don't matter. What matters is meaning. If you can communicate, if you can achieve meaning, this is the most important. But the fear comes generally from, the fact of being mocked at by other people because they don't master the language. As a second language, it's not your language, so you should not be ashamed of that.
Right. Sir, for example, if a student is taking IELTS speaking test and he does not understand the examiner in the speaking test, what should he do?
The IELTS,
Yes.
well, I know we have IELTS obey some structure. It's not far from TOEFL structure. So first of all, it is important to know the structure of a written paragraph or a written passage, because many English writers begin by topic sentences in a paragraph, in a written paragraph, and the coming paragraph, the following paragraphs, sentences are there to support the topic sentence. So it is important to know the components of a paragraph, the component of a passage. Then
Right.
you can locate specific ideas in a passage.
Right, sir. Sir, my last question is, do you think that accent is important in English?
Well, yeah, it's important, but it should not be a barrier, because the best way to speak English or to speak any other mother, let's say, foreign language, is to speak like a native speaker. This is the best way. But if you cannot speak like a native speaker, this should not be a barrier for you.
Right, sir.
Like I
I
said,
think
what matters, yes.
yes,
Like
sir.
I said,
I think
what matters is
I've
giving meaning.
right, sir. Right, sir, I've got your point. Sir, I would like to know your full name and which country you are based in.
My full
Name.
name.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you write Boli.
Yes. B.
Boli. B
Right.
B Oli.
Poli.
Boli. Boli.
Yes. Okay. So that's your full name.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Which country you are based in?
I'm living in Ivory Coast. I'm from Ivory Coast. This is in West Africa.
Thank you so much for the information, sir. Would you like to ask any question about this interview?
Okay. You said you asked me those questions for a specific purpose. I don't know which one exactly, to teach some students online.
Yes, that's exactly because you are an online English teacher, and I've got your profile through Skype, and I know that you are famous, and that's why you are on the Skype as well. And your ID is very
Yeah.
specific. Your ID name is very specific, so that's why I approached you. I wanted to ask you these questions so that you could share the knowledge and information you have regarding these English complexities that students normally struggle with, and they seek for answers. So it's better to have more perspectives on different issues and different problems regarding English language. You know that, and I truly respect the valuable information you have given to me, sir. And I would share it on my all the social media accounts, and I will also mention your name and your social media links. So if any student want to contact you, he would easily be able to approach you as well.
Okay. Thank you so much.
That's very kind of you. Thank you so much.
And
Take
you,
care. Bye bye, sir.
what's your name? What's your name? Your full name. Your
My name
full
is
name. If I could.
My full name is Nurul Hasib. I will text you as well in the chat. My full name is Nurul Hasib, and I'm from Pakistan.
I saw it. Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you. You can call me anytime if you need anything.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.